It's the final matchup of the 2019 Blue and Gold Tournament, and the home Toledo Rockets are in search of their first win. A much better match against Western Kentucky sees the Rockets with some promise as they take on a Loyola Chicago team already winners in the earlier match today. Good Saturday evening to you, everyone. The final of a half a dozen matchups between Friday and Saturday. Isaac Petcash joined by Gretchen Brown for the final time. Great to have you with us. Settle in. Final of 6 matchups is starting off here on ESPN. Loyola will hit it to the backcourt. Rockets looking for the first point. To the middle it falls. And Toledo will have another opportunity for a ball. Gillespie's blocked again. Gets it with the left hand. And Loyola can set up their offense. Outside. Good tip, and the first point to the visitors as Quinn Speaker was able to feather it off a couple of Rocket defenders. If it was legal, Gillespie's would be on the concourse level serving the ball. She likes to be as far back as possible, let that serve dip and dive. Here's Addie Barnes, absolutely beauticious on the left side, able to rocket it down to the floor. Gillespie's will try to toe it over. That has no effect. And a block by Gillespie's down the middle with Burnbrick covering as well, gives the Rockets the lead. See Roxy, one of the 2 Toledo Rockets mascots. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Roxy. Gillespie's back in the corner, getting ready to serve it up. She does. Addie Barnes, rejected. That ball was thrown right back in the face by Maddie Fogg, who said, "I'll take it and give it right back to you." Beasley tries her luck, blocked again. That's how the first set will conclude. Loyola Chicago goes on a rampage to end set number 1. And after a close teeter-totter affair for the first few points, the Ramblers take the first. Going back to Olivia Van, Saline, Michigan is an interesting story of how it was created. Another one of those oldie but goodie towns. Saline, inhabited by Orange Ridson. In the 1800s, during the War of 1812, it was actually prescribed to be a settling town for military personnel, and there was supposed to be a military road connecting Detroit and Chicago when the War of 1812 concluded. Refusing to go away on their home court. Venuto works to the other side, stifled again! It's 3 in a row for Toledo as suddenly the defense has come alive and Jason Oliver can feel it. On their feet, Neal puts the serve to the air. Wolf to the back end. Van Grisven is rejected by Gillespie's. We're even in a set apiece, and in dramatic fashion, the Rockets are able to finagle set 2. We're off to the third. Fresh life for the home team. Loyola Chicago, a Cinderella story in themselves last season. Barnes takes it on one and flourishes down the back paint. Ramblers were one of 18 teams in D1 to have a 10-plus win improvement, 16 wins last year. More importantly for Amanda Berkeley, she became the first coach since 2004 to lead the Ramblers to a winning campaign. 30 matches for Loyola Chicago, 16-14 was their mark. Rockets trying to salvage their second set point. Jake Way blocked. Again, Toledo there near the net, set it up, and Barhos pokes it over. Venuto's in the middle. They won't go to her, they'll instead go to Speaker, makes it count in front of Burnbridge, and the set is complete. Keep it alive for the visitors. What a thwack there, Olivia Vance again. You can't tell she's a freshman with that kind of aggressive tendency in the middle. She's going right at the blockers. So a change in lead. Toledo has rocketed off the last 4 points. Out of the timeout from Berkeley. The Ramblers, who have responded so well when their head coach calls for time. They tie it up immediately. Speaker, the senior, 6'3", and she used all of her size. And Speaker drives it down the line again. Gillespie's was the only one there. Dove couldn't grab it. And how about the recognition, knowing that Speaker had plenty of room in the backcourt. And the defense for the Ramblers keeps play afloat. Up for Gillespie's. Ground and pound. Set point number 2 coming up for the Midnight Blue and Gold. Toledo forges their way back to force a 5th after facing match points. Ladies and gents, don't go anywhere. Hold the popcorn. 5th set after this. And raise back again. Almost another block, but Toledo keeps it in front. Burnbrick blocked again. Play at the net, one on a beautiful lacing attack by Venuto. The level of monstrosity in this next point goes without saying. To the middle, beautiful stroke by Heather Koken. It was strength on strength. Neal, the best server, put it into the floor. Koken, the best attacker, let it fly. 1 point game. Neal's able to float it. It's Klespies into the net. The Rockets had been nearly picture perfect with limiting errors all set, but at the worst possible time, it's match point Loyola Chicago. Klespies to tie it. No! Barnes. Won't happen. Rockets, Burnbrick again. Got it, we're tied!
If you have the opportunity, keep it off the floor.
Second match point. Out wide! Toledo has taken the nightcap of the blue and gold tournament in the most dramatic of ways on their home floor.